That was Ruki Abdul Mutakalim, whose 39-year-old son, Suleiman, was killed by a 14-year-old boy. Ruki joins us now with this amazing story. Thank you so much.
'Tis my honor, ma'am.
It is mine. The trial was 2017, which is what we saw at that moment.
Yes.
Suleiman was, as people would describe, in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was doing nothing. He was on his way to see his family, his wife, his children. And what happened?
He was walking under a poorly lit overpass there in a very challenged neighborhood. And I say challenge for hope and for life to live. He moved there choosing to try to help the people, to show them. And while he was there, he was coming from a restaurant, taking food home to his wife, walking on a poorly lit overpass. They walked up behind him, shot him in the back of the head. He fell into the gutter. He didn't even come from the gutter. He fell in the gutter. And then they robbed him. They didn't even say stick him up. They took his food, his cell phone, and $40 that was on his person. And then they walked away. That grabbed me more than anything.
Your son, we're looking at his military picture. He'd been sent to Afghanistan in the Navy to come home to violence that he survived in Afghanistan.
Yes. He used the art of persuasion to work on a ship that was a rescue ship because he refused to carry a gun. But you can't tell the military you won't do something, right? But he used that art of persuasion that he learned from his way of life from me. So when he came to this neighborhood, he just wanted to help the people. Why? Because being poor just means being poor. You still can be kind and give a helping hand. And he was like that.
You say he got this from you, and it is clear because 2 years after Suleiman's death, you came face to face with the boy who took his life.
Yes.
How did you make that decision?
Tamron, through inspiration in my heart, inspiration of we are spiritual people, seeing a child, he had a child's face. A child isn't born with a gun or a knife. They're not born lying, stealing, or cheating. Where did they learn it from? It was an adult because there were 3 assailants, 14-year-old, 16-year-old, and a 25-year-old that led them to doing the crime.
When you saw the compassion offered to your son in court by Rukai, what did you think?
Well, I was in a moment, first of all, because I was hurt by the situation. But she's always, that wasn't the first time we met.
Yeah.
So we met a time before in the hallway of the courtroom, and I don't think she knew that it was me. But she had told me to stop crying and it would be okay. So she's always just uplifting, but it felt really nice.
And now, here, these years later, you both visit him in prison.
Yes.
This bond, people would think, how is this possible? They should be enemies. But you visit him together. What is the lesson here for all of us? Rukai.
I didn't really get to go see him. When I found out that they wouldn't let me go see him, even though he kept asking for me, I knew that the first stage of trauma is really important to get in there before this young man's heart turns to stone. So it was a must that she go see her son. They were very close.
How do you see yourselves at this point? How do you see yourself?
That's my best friend now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You are best friends now, joined in
Well,
tragedy.
she's a mentor. She's a mother figure.
She's become your rock.
Yeah,
in
she's
so
my
many ways.
rock.
Let me tell you, your story is one for the record books. If ever something needs to be a movie, it is this.